Hi there, I'm Christina from hairstyle.com and welcome to day 22 of my Good Hair Q&A series. I'm answering a question today that was sent in via Instagram by a very good friend of mine, Emma Kate Co. And Emma's asking about hair straightening treatments. Emma writes, I'd really like to know about chemical straightening treatments. Are they safe? Will it totally ruin my hair? My hair is naturally really wavy and I find it almost impossible to style by myself. I find it hard to tame. I want to keep some movement, but I hope it can help make styling more possible. Is chemical straightening the answer? Now, as you know on Hair Romance, I have naturally curly hair and I just had it coloured yesterday, but got caught in the rain, so my beautiful blow dry got ruined. But this is a judgment-free zone. I'm all for everyone styling their hair the way they like. Whether that's curly, whether that's straight, whether that's short, long, whatever you like, I'm all about as long as beauty is fun and easy. And so chemical straightening treatments can be a really good option, and I find that people who have that kind of in-between texture that isn't really curly, isn't really straight, they tend to have the best results with chemical straightening because it gives them something that fits it like an easier to style box. In the past, I've been tempted to try straightening treatments for my hair, but I know that my curl is quite strong underneath, even though it is a little bit fragile from all the colouring. So I've tried some smoothing treatments that are quite gentle, but never a full straightening treatment. But in the name of research, I have had friends try them out for different brands, and I also have friends that like using them on a regular basis. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. When straightening treatments first came onto the market, very much billed as the Brazilian style straightening treatments, they were incredible. They would be that immediate wash and wear silky straight hair. But as we found out, the reason that they work so well is that they're full of formaldehyde, which posed a very serious health risk for hairdressers and those who worked in salons, and they probably weren't all that great for our hair in the long run either. So then all the product companies reformulated and created formaldehyde-free, and most of the time now they're promoted as keratin straightening treatments or keratin smoothing treatments. Most of the time you'll find that straightening has been dropped from the name and smoothing is there. And that's because it's a much more correct name for the process now. They don't give you a dead straight result, but they do smooth the hair. They add in a protein keratin to the hair, which is the same protein that hair is made of. And by doing that, they kind of try and seal and fill the hair strand and seal the cuticle down so that you get a stronger, your hair becomes rounder, smoother, and you'll have much more of a straight result in your hair. There are other types of straightening processes available in salons. Japanese straightening and also relaxers, but that is definitely more for strong, coarse or afro type hair. Japanese straightening similarly is almost like a reverse perm, and whereas a keratin treatment will be semi-permanent, it will last probably 2 to 5 months depending on your hair and your hair care routine. Japanese straightening will actually grow out. So in the long run, I wouldn't recommend that style of treatment because the demarcation point from where it starts to grow back can give you very fuzzy roots and then straight hair at the ends. I also think that those types of straightening treatments can be a little bit more damaging to your hair. So although a keratin treatment won't definitely straighten your hair, it is kinder on your hair. One brand of smoothing treatments that my friends have used is Behave. I really love the products that this brand makes, and their smoothing treatment, or I think it's just Behave Smooth, that you can have in salons, is a really effective smoothing treatment that gives you a much quicker wash and wear result, and it still gives you the ability to curl and style your hair more easily as well. Whichever salon you're going to, I recommend just giving them a call and asking about how regularly they do the process, and you can also check them out by stalking them on social media. You want to find a salon that's really experienced with doing smoothing treatments so that you get the best result for your hair. Now, there are a few things to be mindful of when you have a smoothing or straightening treatment. And one of the things you'll notice is that your hair might feel a little bit oilier. And this is through no change in your scalp, but just in the change of your actual hair shaft. See, the normal oil that would sit on your scalp when you have curly or coarse hair just tends to stay there. But once you've had your hair smoothed, the oil travels quite quickly and easily down from your scalp to the ends of your hair. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but just something you have to be more mindful of. And you might want to bring in a more regular hair brushing routine, and dry shampoo might become a little bit more regular in your routine too. You'll also need to switch up your shampoo and conditioner. Most smoothing treatments would recommend you using a sodium-free formula, and potentially sulfate free as well, though that isn't as much of an issue. The sodium free formulas will be the biggest key for a lot of keratin treatments. This might also change some of your styling routine, and you might want to switch out your sea salt spray for more of like a dry texture spray if you prefer more volume. Also with these salt-free formulas, the same thing will happen is that by swimming in the sea, you can reduce the longevity of your treatments. So just something to be mindful of. If you also colour your hair and you want to get a smoothing treatment, I recommend spacing out the appointments and doing your straightening treatment or smoothing treatment 1 to 2 weeks before your colour. The smoothing treatment most likely will fade your colour and can affect the colour, so it's best to do that first and then have your colour done afterwards. Each treatment will have its own rules, but be really careful and listen to what they say. It's usually around about 2 to 3 days that you can't wash your hair, and you have to be really careful of touching your hair or putting it up in a ponytail. And this includes things like tucking it behind your ear, which I always do. You'll end up with a permanent dent in your hair by doing this. So whatever instructions they give you at the salon, make sure you follow them. If you're finding daily styling a chore and your hair sort of fits in that in-between category, a smoothing treatment could really work for you. Definitely go for one that's more of a semi-permanent that will wear out rather than grow out. And listen to the salon's advice with that first few days of maintenance and which shampoos and conditioners they recommend. I'm really curious about your experience with smoothing treatments. Have you tried one before? And what have the results been like in your hair? Let me know in the comments below. I really hope you're enjoying this series, and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.